Hey friends, welcome back to my garden. My name is Carrie, and I'm so excited that you've joined me today. Come along with me, and let's see what's going on in the garden today.
All right, we're back from our latest haul. I think this is the last haul. I think this does it. I ran out of peat humus, which I needed for the raised beds because there's so much soil needed in those beds, I was using garden soil, a mixture of garden soil mixed with potting soil or raised bed soil, peat humus, and then I also got this cotton burr compost that I'll be adding because that's pretty good stuff too. So this is all going in those. And then I bought a little extra for some of my flower beds because I'm also trying to mend the clay soil in those areas. Anyway, so we also got 2 more ranch panels, cattle panel, whatever you want to call them. And I'm just going to store them somewhere back there for future projects. This is not our trailer. We've been borrowing it now for about a week and I'm feeling pretty bad about it. So I want to hurry up and get it back to its owner. And the last thing I thought we would need it for, because I could always I can go make multiple trips and get bagged soil, that's not a problem. But the cattle panel, 16 feet, yeah, so you need something to transport that. Scott's out there using a diamond grinder thing on his drill, a little attachment, to sand down those cattle panels where we cut them, because it is pretty ragged and I don't want to get snagged. I don't want anyone else getting snagged either. Okay, I am in one of my raised garden beds and I have dug down to find the flex pipe. You can also see a little white dot right there. That's the hard plastic pipe. I'm not too sure what that's for. Maybe it's the main water line, and then the flexible hoses all come off of that main line. So there's not a lot of that white plastic tubing going through this area. Anyway, so I have found it. I'm going to lift it up, unscrew it, and that's because that's too short. And then I'm going to put in this piece together with several pieces. So there's this top piece here is probably like, I don't know, that's a 12-inch, well, it sprays 12 feet, but it's about 12 inches. No, it's longer than 12 inches, probably 16-inch height. And then I have another extender down here that's also 16 inches because I need it to be at least 28 inches tall to clear and get over the vegetables. I can't really do a drip irrigation system in here yet because I have to get this zone separated, because that green strip of grass out there on the other side of the sidewalk is part of this zone. And I was told that to run the drip irrigation as long as I'd need it, that area would get oversaturated and water would just be running everywhere. So this is the next best solution until I can get the zone separated out. Anyway, let me show you how this screws off. Okay, so you'll see that it's on the flex line and you just have to unscrew it. Okay, and then you'll see that that's the male part. Anyway, and then I'm just gonna screw this on. All right, let's see if I can get that spun onto there. I had to put that little white tape stuff around it. Is it going on? Doesn't feel like it's going on because I don't think I had an angle.
It is at an angle.
All right. Once we get it on, we'll straighten it out.
Okay. It's on.
Yeah, it's on now. I wasn't lined up too good. How tight do I have to go?
Tight.
All right, you tight it. Is it good? Okay, don't over tighten where it breaks.
It's water, Mom.
Okay.
You gotta tighten it. And you gotta take the tops off too once you. All right.
Okay, that's good.
This is your mud?
Yep, that's my mud. Let me with my little shovel. You saw where that white pipe was right there, right?
I saw a white pipe.
Yeah. So it must be the main line that comes in, and then all the flexible tubing runs off of it.
I don't know.
Ooh, I see it.
It ain't moving a whole lot.
Nope. That's an invasive variety too. I watched another video. This guy was like teaching at a university. All right, is that all of it?
No.
Oh, I'm just gonna dump it. There we go. That's the full one. Oh wait, this goes down too. Yep.
All right. Get out of here.
All right, good deal. All done. Now we've got this tall sprinkler head. All right, I am going to go in here and I'm going to remove some of the lower branches of the tomato plants and then fill with soil. I'm hoping that they will root in. So anyway, the reason why is because I'm hoping that they will root in and I can fill the soil up without doing any damage. Anyway, it is a test. We'll see. I am limbing up the tomatoes so that we can fill this bed with the soil now. And I believe since you can do this when you initially plant them, I'm sure that I can bring the soil up and the roots grow out of those little areas. So I think that'll be okay. And if not, this will be a good test of what works, what doesn't. I do have to dig up this rosemary because it is a ground cover variety. And I'm not going to cover that with the soil. All right, I think I'm high enough here. This has a flower on it, but it's too low. Sorry. You have a flower. Sorry. But I'll turn them into little clippings and I'll put some more in here. All right, so that's high enough, I believe. And then this is too angled down. I don't want it touching the soil. This needs to come up. I don't want it touching the soil either. And that one's good. Okay, on to this one behind me. And it's good to limb up your tomatoes anyway because you don't want them making contact with the soil. And some of these grow straight down. You don't want that. I'm going to attempt to do it with just my trowel. All right, where is the majority of the root ball? Oh, okay. So this is like any other ground cover. It roots where the stems touch the soil. Oh, I can raise it. It's just I can actually separate it and make more plants. So I don't have to be nearly as careful as I thought I was going to have to be. So I'm going to go around. and try to get all of the should really put my gloves on just in case there's ants in here. Today is going to be 95 degrees for May. It's going to be very hot. It's already 85, 80, 87. Yeah, Scott's over there and he's reminding us this is why we got the early start. Oh, that's a good taproot right there. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was trying to get as much of it as I could. See how, and I ended up breaking it off all the way. Bummer. All right, in you go. Put that back down in there. All right, let's get this. It's pretty good soil. I mean, it's raised planter mix on top of my natural soil because I did have these bricks and I raised it up. So I did use the raised bed mix when I created this little. Well, there's a video of this vegetable bed before we expanded it. It was little. And you can see that it was raised higher than our normal soil, our clay soil. Okay, first, garden. It needs more? Okay, put some more of the garden soil in it. Maybe like 3 more bags of that. It's about the same height as that one.
No, it just looks that way on the edges.
Oh.
Good.
All right, we'll use some more of the garden soil.
Okay.
And then we'll mix in some more potting mix. So like a half a bag of the potting mix and maybe like 3 more bags of the garden soil. Yeah, but we got all that garden soil plus I have my stuff here. I don't know why we put them inside though. Just lean over the edge.
You ready to start pouring in there?
Yeah?
You got the handles ready?
I'll put 3 more bags of garden soil in there. Oh, I tend to start with, well, actually this has partly, yeah, we'll put 10 down and then we'll.
You need these here still?
No, you can move them. Oh. All right, so just the amount that we have filled these beds. That's 85 bags of the 0.75 cubic feet that we use, plus how many potting mixes? Probably 8 bags of 2 cubic feet of potting raised bed mix.
Yep.
And then
humus
we've used 6 bags of the peat humus, and they're 40 pounds each.
And then we've used 9 bags of cottonburg compost.
9 bags of the cottonburg compost, and the cow manure compost bags, we've used 2 in the big beds and then 1 in each of the small beds. So yeah, so we've used 10 of the cow manure compost. Yeah, so not a
not an inexpensive task at all. You probably could do it a lot cheaper than we could, but we wanted to do it fast. And we really didn't want to be shoveling from a big pile that got delivered. It was easier with the bags, faster and easier. Anyway, and of course, the bag stuff should be heated up to the right temperature to kill weeds and pathogens and things like that. So I've never bought soil by the yard from a company that creates it themselves. But anyway, so they're not all the way filled to the brim. Over time, I will get them filled up to the brim or close to it. But for now, this is good enough for me to start planting in, especially since these are seasonal vegetables that we're going to be putting in. And so when they die, of course, I'll be adding more soil, more amendments, and things like that. And it'll just gradually build the beds back up. So I'm sure that with rain, and we all know that soil gets lost, it disappears. We don't know where it goes, but it goes somewhere. That they will get lowered over time anyway. So anyway, next step is to start planting stuff. Yay! So I turned the sprinklers on to test them, and while all the sprinklers spray well enough, I did see that one of our T-posts must have hit a main water pipeline. This one right here, this T-post right here in this middle bed, in that corner, it was just gushing up water. So we obviously drove that one down right smack into one. So I know that this sprinkler head right here, there is a white water pipe running this way. And so even though that's on a flexible tube, there is a main line running throughout the beds. But what's crazy about this is that, and you know what, I think I did have that sprinkler moved, but I thought I had it moved from by the driveway in because it was spraying the driveway and I was wasting a lot of water. So I was thinking there wouldn't be a pipe because the other sprinkler, I'll show you. So much easier just to go over here and show you. So it was definitely bubbling up from where the T-post goes into the ground. The sprinkler is right here. And then that pipe is right there. So I didn't think, like the other one, if it's close to the pipe, I would have thought it'd be somewhere around here. So I thought we were okay. And our beds are not square. And that's very obvious, but that's okay because it's functional. And that's really what matters when it comes to growing vegetables, functionality. Anyway, I didn't notice any other gushing water anywhere. And you can see that these plants are wet. So the sprinklers are reaching the area. This one wasn't on. I need to open that one up. Okay, and then I was looking and I didn't see anything else coming up that was of concern. And I would have thought, so maybe that line runs that way because this T-post is very close in line. Now it may not go as deep, but we need to remember that we don't want to drive this one down. But water was not coming up from here. So I think we're okay. But you can see it's wet. So the sprinklers reached all the way over here. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, please hit that like and subscribe button. Until next time, have a good day.